In this video, we're going to solve 2026 AP Physics 1 free response question 1, and this is for version J. Question 1. Water exits the nozzle of a fountain at an angle theta naught above the horizontal. At time t equals 0, a droplet of water exits the nozzle and follows the path shown in figure 1. The droplet reaches a maximum height h1 above the nozzle. And here's figure 1. At t equals t final, the droplet returns to the same height at which the droplet exited the nozzle. Part A. On the axes shown in figure 2, sketch the graphs of the horizontal and vertical components of the velocity of the water droplet as functions of t from t equals 0 to t equals t final. For the horizontal velocity component graph, you'll notice that it's just a flat line because horizontally there's no acceleration and it's moving at constant velocity horizontally. For the vertical velocity component, we have a negative slope because vertically we have a downward acceleration of g, and initially it's going upward, but the speed is slowing down. After it reaches its highest peak, it's speeding up, but it's going in the negative direction. Part 2I. Derive an expression for the speed of the water exiting the nozzle. Express your final answer in terms of theta naught, h1, and physical constants as appropriate. Begin your derivation by writing a fundamental physics principle or an equation from the reference information. So in solving this problem, I like to first create just a quick little diagram as well as create this little chart here to keep track of all the variables. This is a typical projectile motion problem, and we're looking for the launch speed of the droplet. You'll notice that the initial velocity of this droplet has both a horizontal and a vertical component. The horizontal component is v naught cosine theta because it's adjacent to theta, and the vertical component is v naught sine theta because it's opposite of theta. I'm going to choose right and up to be my positive directions, and I like to create this little chart here to keep track of all the variables. In the horizontal motion, I have a velocity of v naught cosine theta, and that's going to be constant velocity because the acceleration is 0. Vertically, my vertical displacement, delta y, will be h, and my initial vertical velocity is v naught sine theta. My final vertical velocity is 0, and I have an acceleration vertically of negative g. Then I'm going to choose an equation from the equation sheet, which is vf squared equals vi squared plus 2a delta y. I'm selecting this because I don't know anything about time and I'm not looking for time, so I'm looking for the equation that does not have time. Next, I'm going to substitute my givens and solve for v naught. My v final is 0. My v initial squared is v naught sine theta naught, and that is squared. And my acceleration is negative g, my delta y is h. Moving the negative 2gh to the other side and then getting rid of the negatives on both sides, we get v naught sine theta naught, that whole term is squared, is equal to 2gh1. And square rooting both sides gives us v naught sine theta naught is equal to square root 2gh1. And dividing sine theta on both sides, we get v naught is equal to square root 2gh1 divided by sine theta naught. Part 3I. The nozzle has a circular cross-section with radius r naught. Derive an expression for the volume flow rate of the water exiting the nozzle. Express your final answer in terms of theta naught, h1, r naught, and physical constants as appropriate. Begin your derivation by writing a fundamental physics principle or an equation from the reference information. The equation for volume flow rate is Q is equal to A times V. A is the cross-sectional area, and area is equal to pi r squared. So we can substitute this in for area, and then for V, we're going to substitute what we just solved. So the volume flow rate is equal to pi r naught squared times square root 2gh1 divided by sine theta naught. Part B. The fountain nozzle is replaced with a new nozzle with a radius smaller than r naught. The water exits the new nozzle at the same angle theta naught above the horizontal. The volume flow rate of the water exiting the new nozzle is equal to the flow rate of the water exiting the original nozzle. A water droplet exiting the new nozzle reaches a maximum height h2 above the nozzle. Indicate whether h2 is greater than, less than, or equal to h1 by writing one of the following. So we're going to select h2 is greater than h1, and the reason is we can look at our equation that we just derived and see that the volume flow rate is proportional to r naught squared times square root of h1. Everything else is a constant. And since the flow rate is the same, and we know that Q is proportional to r squared times the square root of h, a smaller radius will result in a larger height.